Bums always seems to get PvP in Clan Wars, I feel bad for him. In the southwest, in the red, playing Protoss for Team GoldMasters, it's Bums. And in the northeast, in the blue, playing Protoss for Houkago Team Ni, it's Aniyoki. Both players are looking to wall off their main. Normal play, doesn't look like we'll be seeing a cannon rush from either one of them. I've seen Bums do it before, but not feeling it here, it seems. And it is that gateway. So Aniyoki is about 5.1 km right now. I think Bums is about 5.3. So maybe a slight favourite. Have to see how this pans out. There is the double gas for both players. And a customary little check for proxy pylon and some cannons. Not gonna come into play. So Bums is sending over a probe scout, but Aniyoki I think has other ideas. He's going to be proxying something here. Bums will be able to realise the lack of a second pylon in the main base of Aniyoki. See, is that second pylon? This looks to me like a Stargate. Yeah, surely this is a Stargate, right? So Bums will come in, see no second pylon. That should confirm to him there's something out on the map. And it is in fact a Stargate for Aniyoki. Alright then. With that double adept, Bums sending out a probe of his own. Not going to be able to find it there. Two stalkers are about to pop. Might actually be able to pick off this probe of Aniyoki, which is just coming up now. Stalker actually walks straight past and is en route to try and scout this proxy. Will he be able to find it? Bums with 2 adepts here. There's actually 2 more adepts. Bums scouting with 2 adepts here, I should say. Actually finishes the pylon. They can see the 3rd and 4th adept. The 2 stalkers come down here. Will he see it? Yes, he will. Oh, that's a big scout, but will he get there before that oracle pops? Yes, what a scout for Bums. Good play from him, realising the lack of second pylon here. You know something's up. He is now going to try blitz down this pylon. Bums shouldn't let these adepts in, and he doesn't. Great defence at home, and this pylon will fall, and the oracle won't quite get out. Fantastic for Bums. Really fantastic. He had a shield battery at home anyway, if that oracle did pop. And now it's Aniyoki with the shield battery in his main base. Bums with Twilight Cancer at home. I wonder if we're going to see a Dark Shrine follow-up. Bums blocks the adepts. Again, the adepts will finish. They might be able to pick off a probe. And they do. Might lose their life though. Two focus here working away at this. 1 adept goes down. This second adept in trouble. Is a 3rd and a 4th here. But good clean up by Bums. Adepts number 3, 4, 5, 6 on their way, and 2 more being warped in the main base of Bums. That's an absolute disaster. This could actually be game-ending damage. Bums will realise now he does have the energy for recall, but his stalkers will just walk on back. He actually does recall 2 stalkers from out there, but 6 probes going down. Absolutely massive damage, and both adepts get out. Bums needs to realise there's a pylon, and he does. That's so unfortunate for Bums. This game was going amazingly for him until that happened. He does have a slightly faster expansion and blink on the way, but he's simply behind in workers now, and more adept shade in. The wall is not set up by Bums, and he is going to be losing even more probes here. From what looked like a good start from cancelling the Stargate, Aniyoki is just getting so much done, loses 2 adepts for 3 probes again. It's almost impossible to come back in these situations as the blue Protoss. I don't think that adept trade will finish. It does not. Blink is on its way. A Templar Archives going down for Bums already. That's a very fast Templar Archives. Bums needs to wall off, and he does. The Shade finishes. The Stalkers jump on them. The Adepts actually choose not to go in there. They will choose to Shade in though, and surely this Shade is finishing. Look at how many will go down. Just 1, and more probes going down for Bums. Absolutely brutal game, and a nice recall out there by Aniyoki. He's done the job with those adepts at the start of this game. He's now going into his own +1. Bums has blinked Stalkers, and that's about the only thing going for him at the moment. There's already a battery and an Immortal out, and now 2 Immortals out for Aniyoki. I don't think Bums is going to be able to get much damage at all with these Stalkers. He's building probes behind it. He's trying to pick off a sentry, but that battery putting in overtime. Force fields go down, Bums can just blink out and picks off 1 adept. Charge now on the way for both players. No forge for Bums, so I reckon he's actually just going to be going into a charge all in this game. I don't think there's much else he can do, to be fair to him. Already Templar Archives on the way for Aniyoki as well. Ahead in workers, ahead in army. Gonna be a very, very tough one. Should get rid of all of that shit. There we go. That looks better now, don't it? Can actually see the production tab, boys. 3 Immortals out. Warp Prism on the way, actually. These Stalkers actually take some damage there, and 1 goes down. Second battery finishes up. I like this from Aniyoki, nice and safe. Forge does finish up for Bums. Now goes for +1. Robo as well. 2 batteries at home for Bums. Not quite sure about that. I think he's scared of the attack, but I think the attack's gonna be pretty unstoppable if Aniyoki decides to commit. Prism is out, and it is going across the map now along with Aniyoki's army. Blink Stalkers are in the middle of the map. Oh my god, but they're going to walk around the attack. That's a disaster for Bums. He simply doesn't have enough at home. He has 2 Archons. Now these Stalkers will come in and unfortunately see nothing. That means Aniyoki is not here and Bums has to recall. Wow, he actually forces a recall from Aniyoki. I mean, that's probably the best case scenario. However, this attack from Aniyoki might just be strong enough. Bums' turn to recall. And will he be able to hold it? He has plenty more gateways on the way. The Immortal count is 3 against nothing. The Archon count is 2 against 2. But there's 2 shield batteries and a dream. This is a really awful kind of section to fight in here. Those Immortals just pick off 1 Archon so quickly. And this looks very brutal for Bums. Those Adept Shades are going to finish. There's no wall off there. And Bums needs to overcharge, but he doesn't quite have the energy for it yet. And holding this without overcharge is not going to be possible, I'm afraid. Aniyoki with +1, moving through Adepts in the main, getting damage done. Bums' micro is very good, but it's just not going to be enough. There's just too much blue Protoss and Houkago T-Team. Gonna go 1-0 up in this series. played 1-0 to Houkago T team. Bombs unfortunate there, basically just died against the pylon hidden in his main base. That was quite brutal. Next up we'll be going for Nightshade for Neo against Art. And in the northwest, in the red, playing Terran for Team GoldMasters, it's Neo. And in the southeast, in the purple, playing Protoss for Houkago T team, it's Art. Alrighty then. That is a very early probe from Mr. Art, and he does not want to be hanging around here. He's going to be proxying a gateway. This could be a max packs, or it could just be a proxy gate. This one at home as well. What are we gonna see here from the purple Protoss? That is a proxy gate. Neo sending out an SCV. We'll see this probe come in from a weird angle. Now, if Neo was paying attention there, surely that should ring alarm bells. And it is actually a max pack by Art. Oh, what? No, he's going to build a gate now, but that gate is so late. Neo should be able to come in with the SCV scout and identify something's up. This gate has been placed down very, very late. Neo should now build a Reaper and keep it at home. Maybe even build a bunker as well. It would be much better for Neo if he doesn't build his command center on the low ground. He should definitely build it on the high ground now. Okay, so Neo scouts the cybernetics core and he sees it's late. Surely you don't build this here. Surely you don't. Oh my goodness gracious. This is, I mean, in my opinion, very greedy by Neo. Surely he can tell something's up. Reaper comes out, should be able to eventually kill this Zealot, but this SCV will go down. A good start there for Anioki. A couple more SCVs come down, will block off the main base. This Reaper should be able to get the Zealot, and another SCV falls. And now a second Zealot comes up. And the grenade almost kills that Reaper. Not quite. The Reaper's trapped! The Marine trapped as well! And the supply depot isn't raised! The SCVs are pulled and another one will fall. Both Zealots go down. This command center is still not on the way. A Stalker is already out. No expansion just yet for Art at home. Building 2 Stalkers at once. Neo loses another SCV. This command center could never go down at the natural. It should have always went down in the main base. And several SCVs pulled here. I don't think that's the answer. It's the second Stalker on the way. Oh buddy, this is looking grim for the GoldMasters. Can we please not be doing this? Twilight Council now on the way for Art. And these Stalkers can just walk in and there's absolutely nothing to do with Stalkers. I think we're just going to be seeing GG here. Several more SCVs will fall. He recalls? What the fucking Shiba recall? I mean, okay. He could have killed like so many SCVs there. But it was safe from Art. Maybe a bit worried of something coming out of this factory, but 2 more Stalkers come up, and what a brutal opening this was by the purple Protoss. Dark Shrine behind this, I really like that. If the Stalkers don't get in, the GTs definitely will. A Cyclone about to pop, and now there's 5 Stalkers here. We'll be able to supply block Neo as that supply depot burns down. The Cyclone just stays alive, but all the SCVs are pulled. The Cyclone gets a log on and is repaired. Good Cyclone micro, but 6 more dead SCVs and this command center. Still not up quite yet. Part's finished back home. Cyclone gets another kill. But at what cost? Neo. Oh man. 200 down the bunker goes down for Neo, realizing, oh, he might be in a bit of trouble. GG. Art takes it for Houkago T-Team, and this is physically painful. Physically painful for the GoldMasters so far. Okay, in the southwest, in the blue, playing Zerg for Team GoldMasters, it's Axios. And in the northeast, in the red, playing Terran for Houkago T-Team Lee, it's Tundra. Have I even changed the scene? Yes, I have. Good job, me. Okay. Please, Axios, please. Give us something. Give us something. Normal opening from both our players here. Gas into pool for Axios. And Tundra coming out with the SCV scout. And with that barracks finish up, we'll see a Reaper and an orbital command into a command center. So Tundra actually comes in with the SCV, scouts the base, now goes to block the potential third of Axios. The Reaper coming across the map, he will be able to block this third. And Axios might have to lose a drone here. Maybe we'll have the time to save it into an extractor. Actually just gonna send it on back. The Reaper is coming for it, but the drone gets to safety. And no third base for Axios just yet. Good lane control there. Shouldn't lose a link to this, and he doesn't. Very nicely done. Reaper can just jump into the main, of course. Creep tumor does go down. Reaper won't be able to stop that. Back home, it is an incredibly greedy fast third CC from Tundra. Incredibly greedy. That's the fastest third CC you can really get away with here. Even before Axios' third. Goodness gracious me. That is insane. Starport on the way as well. Axios is moving his overlord closer and might be able to see that. But what can you really do there as a Zerg? I guess you just sit back, get 70 drones, and we're going to a macro game. Yeah, Simba, if there's one thing we're doing this season, it's being consistent. That is true. This overlord doesn't quite see that third. Hopefully he sends it in for some vision. He will realise at the front of the base there's barely anything here for Tundra. So maybe Axios can infer that it's been a quick third, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, he sends it in now, and we'll see that third base finished.
Forces have encountered the enemy.
Lift on the barracks here kind of suggests to me that we could be seeing mech out of Tundra. Cloak on the way as well. Banshee should be starting up any minute now. There it is. Axios does come in and scout the cloak Banshee, who will sacrifice his overlord, but that information is extremely important to him. He can now get spores when he feels like he needs them. They're on the way as well, and Axios is free to just drone up now. There's not really much pressure. There's 4 Hellions and gonna be some cloak Banshee, but with the spores on the way in each base, Axios should be okay. He has a decent number of lings and does scout these Hellions now. Plenty of queens at the front here will shoot those Hellions away. And the creep spread is looking pretty good so far. Tundra could scan to try and clear some of this. Wouldn't be surprised to see him do that. But the queen's coming up here on the Hellions. They will be forced to retreat. Axios killing his own overlord. If that doesn't sum up our season, I'm not sure what else does. And we see a cloak Banshee to the north here. Both players' economies looking very good for this stage in the game. The Hellions come in here again. The queens making their way. Should be okay for Axios. Overseer finishes. It is going to be borrowed from Tundra with the W eBay. And Overseer will go for the scout in the main. Hatchery goes down for the 4th at the rich gas base. And the Hellions do immediately scout that. Banshees come in, get 3 drones, not bad at all. Oh, actually could be able to pick off some banelings here and do just that. 4 banelings go down, make that 5. That's very good damage for Tundra. Still, Stim not quite finished yet, and just 2 medevacs on the way now, so it's not really going to be a scary push from Tundra for a little while. But when it does come, with 1-1, that will be very scary indeed. Axios has got up to a massive 81 drones with a few more in production. He's going up to about 88 drones. That's massive. I mean, if he doesn't take any damage for the next few minutes, his army is going to be huge. And the 5th base will go down now. No 4th on the way yet for the Terran, which I find a bit surprising after this very quick 3rd. However, this could be a game defining moment. Centrifugal hooks is done. 1-1 finishing up for the Terran. Looking to hit the time in here. And Axios doesn't have all too much, but he does scout it coming. Sometimes that's all you need. With some big baneling hits, this could be scary as well. There's only 1 tank here. It will siege up now, but the banelings are coming forward. A little surround there, and the banelings get massive hits on those Hellions. And also hit some Marines as well. That tank looks like it could be going down, but not quite. Now these queens caught out a bit. And they will both go down. All 3 of them may be falling. Axios falling apart here. A 4th queen dies along with 8 drones. Axios has so much money in the bank. He just needs to spend it and he'll be fine. The lings come round and will finish off that tank. And get a Hellion for their troubles. But Axios really can't afford to lose this 4th base to the attack. He still has so much money in the bank. But he's massively supply blocked and the 4th base does fall. This push doing wonders for the Terran. And I am quite fortunate I don't live near any cliffs, because phew buddy, I'll be up there soon. More Marines coming in for Tundra, and there is just so much for him. Axios just can't spend his money. He's so supply blocked. I don't think he can deal with this attack, and I think Houkago are just going to be taking it 3-0 in possibly the most depressing clan war I've ever seen. One Balin gets a decent hit, but this force now is under so much pressure, and if this base goes down, surely it's game. Maybe Axios can clean the attack with good Bane hits, but he's just so far behind economically now. Fourth landing for Tundra. And Tundra can just go home now if he wants. He doesn't have to end the game now. He has done so much damage. I mean, counter-attack by Axios might be able to get something done, but there's a wall off at the third. And Tundra now going home via the middle of the map. However, at the start of the game, Axios did go up to 88 drones, so despite losing a lot of drones, he's actually still in a decent place economically. And he has managed to spend his money, so he actually has quite a lot of army supply now, but he's still going to need massive Baneling connections to win this fight, with 2-2 finishing for the Terran as well. But Axios might be attacking before 2-2 hits. The tank shots are absolutely huge, but the Banelings don't quite get the shots on the Marines. And I think that could just be game. Axios deciding to attack before his own 2-2 and not taking a favourable engagement as well. And yep, I'm about to cry. We are going to forget this semi-pro season ever happened. Oh my god, this is actually so sad, holy fuck. How are we so bad? And Tundra will just yeet himself up here, pick off that Baneling nest. GG ends the most depressing clan war of my life. 34 minutes of pure... I'm not allowed to say that word on Twitch. Of pure disappointment. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know why you did.